Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP. So let's just dive in and let's start with this. So overall, we have been looking at this price chart for a very long time. We are 1,000, nearly 800 days since we have seen an all-time high on XRP. And a lot of individuals in this space ignore XRP simply due to the fact that it hasn't hit a new all-time high in that long. And I think right now is probably one of the best times to talk about the valuation on XRP. You know, I've seen for so long a lot of people call for a 3-digit to 4-digit dollar XRP, and they have been laughed at time and time again. There's no way that that's going to be happening. The market cap, the market cap, the market cap. That's all everyone has ever talked about when you talk about any sort of value on XRP. Now, to me, when we look at what Ripple has just announced over on Twitter, they have announced many things since the Ripple Swell event. They have been participating with some of the biggest names in the game for so long. I think now is one of the best times to actually talk about the true value of XRP. And no, I'm not talking about the 37.5 cents that we see on the chart. That is a big distraction. I think the current price of XRP and the past prices of XRP are all one big distraction. We have been addressing this for so long, even going all the way back to December of 2020, where we did first see the SEC lawsuit come out and be announced. It was at significant resistance at that point in time. The SEC came in at a perfect time to really kind of destroy the price action of XRP and overall stifle the price action going into the major bull run. Now, one thing I will address and one thing that I will say all the time on this channel is the fact that to me, 1 XRP will always equal 1 XRP no matter the valuation that they put on it. But that does not mean that we cannot benefit from the value of XRP in terms of dollar amounts. So with all of that in mind, let's actually address a few things. And that is, of course, on-demand liquidity. So yesterday, Ripple did announce this over on their Twitter. Or ODL solution, on-demand liquidity, has seen substantial adoption this year. And we have the technology, the global network, and the diverse list of customers to prove it. And here we have from XRP Crow, this is the tweet down here. This is a little bit of a breakdown on everything around on-demand liquidity. You see all of their major partners. You can see all of the major ones over here, but also their respective logos. You do see payout markets 40, lower fees 90% per transaction, uptime availability 365 24/7. On-demand liquidity. Ripple's on-demand liquidity service enables instant payment settlement and eliminates the need for pre-funded destination accounts, offering best-in-class payouts into markets globally. Leverages XRP. No pre-funding required. Real-time settlement. Access to global markets. Now, one check mark that I do think that should be here in terms of a benefit, and I think that it's a significant benefit as well, that is going to really kind of prove the fact that XRP will be utilized for on-demand liquidity within the banking sector on a massive rate. And the reason why is because XRP is decentralized. Again, go ahead, argue against me and say Ripple holds escrow, Ripple holds this, blah, blah, blah. That escrow is in place for all of these major partners. That way they could source liquidity. But one thing I will say, and one thing that's very important about Ripple with XRP is the fact that banking clients, say for so tomorrow, JP Morgan made a solution very similar to on-demand liquidity. Other major banks that are in competition with JP Morgan will not utilize that solution. They will not give them the upper hand. That's why when we look at XRP being decentralized and this on-demand liquidity solution essentially being decentralized as well, it is a huge stepping stone for Ripple because banking clients do not want to utilize their competition solutions. So this is why I always look at this because, you know, to me, I believe that with all of their major partnerships that they already have in place and with everything that they have accomplished with on-demand liquidity, this is going to shine extremely bright compared to anything that any major financial institution or banking client could do. But let's actually take a look real quick at this article. This got posted on the 15th, and we do see over the past decade, Ripple has been on mission to build breakthrough crypto solutions for a world without economic borders. With offices spanning 4 continents, we have and continue to prioritize building solutions that address frictions around regional payment rails the world over. And again, when we really kind of look at things happening around crypto, it really is trying to break through those borders that are up around the world. Those borders are cross-border payments. Cross-border payments are extremely stifled. That's why when we look at on-demand liquidity, it is such a huge area of focus because it could ultimately disrupt every single major payment being sent around the world. And we do see like our financial expertise has grown since our founding in 2012, allowing us to better serve our customers with our suite of world-class crypto solutions for business. One crypto solution in particular, on-demand liquidity, has seen rapid growth this year. We recently announced various new on-demand liquidity customers and are proud to say on-demand liquidity payout markets include Africa, Argentina, Belgium, Israel, Australia, Brazil, Singapore, the UAE, and also even the UK. The list goes on. And I continue to say that this list is going to continue to expand rapidly. We do see introduced in 2018, on-demand liquidity was initially built to ease the frictions associated with low value, high volume cross-border payments such as remittances, including high transaction fees, slow settlement times, and minimal transparency. This crypto solution has been a step in the right direction to create a more financially inclusive future for economies around the world. While the pillar of financial inclusion still remains, on-demand liquidity has proved a valuable asset to a number of different use cases, including small, medium enterprise payments, internal treasury flows, paying out marketplace vendors, and more. This is why I've always said, like, this is going to be the holy grail for our business in terms of Ripple. But I also think that this is going to be the holy grail for global payment transfer. I think that the volume and the value that will move over RippleNet with on-demand liquidity is going to be so substantial that I think a lot of individuals will be taken by storm. I've always said Ripple with XRP is going to shock the retail sector. It's going to shock the entire financial sector as well. This solution is so disruptive that I don't think people actually realize that. I talk about XRP all the time, not because of the value. Listen, like, I'm not sitting here saying that XRP's price chart looks extremely bullish, and it has been looking extremely bullish since 2017, 2018. No. I mean, clearly look at this chart. We are in, a downtrend back here all the way to March of 2020. Anybody that invested during March of 2020, even off of the support zone, yeah, you made a ton of gains, but nothing compares to anything else in this market because a 1200, almost a 13x compared to Solana that hit a 500x, ADA that did like a 180x. Like, XRP significantly underperformed compared to most of the market. Now, you could argue that it was all XRP. No. XRP got held back because of the SEC. So we can't judge XRP prematurely because of what the SEC has done. Again, I share this with you because right now, as we look at this value situation in terms of this overall solution, you got to understand that Ripple with XRP are going to be continue to be targeted. The reason why Ripple with XRP will continue to be targeted is because of this disruptive solution. The big banks, the big names around this entire situation wants to stop this technology from being adopted in. Why? Because they will lose a significant amount of money as well as market control. I've shared with you guys, I think it was the Banking Association. The biggest names in the game around the banking sector and the banking system, they are going after this technology. They want to stop crypto. And I think that it's been ever so clear ever since the FTX situation that this has been a full-on control area. They want to control this market because they see the value behind this market. And I do see, Ripple continuing to expand. We do see as Ripple's products reach significant growth and scale in 2022, we continue to invent and deliver solutions to sustainably grow and offer best-in-class experience on behalf of our customers. Ripple's machine learning and automation efforts are focused on liquidity, the backbone of crypto, and all of our enterprise-grade products. We're excited to launch several of those capabilities this year to scale on-demand liquidity efficiently to serve more customers globally and to provide the best experience possible for our customers. They will continue to expand in this area. The global outreach for on-demand liquidity is going to continue. And in fact, we even did see another post from Ripple over here So we do see cross-border payment flows are estimated to reach $156 trillion in 2022. Companies can benefit from faster, cheaper, and more efficient crypto-enabled payments across the industries as well as use cases. And we do see a battle for the $150 trillion comparison of the two most popular cross-border payment ecosystems. And this is from XRP_Crow. And this is talking about Swift GPI. We've talked about Swift GPI in the past. The problem with Swift GPI is that, yes, they are increasing the value behind it. They are trying to upgrade it. They're trying to do whatever they want with it to try to make it as efficient as RippleNet. The problem with Swift GPI is that it's almost like putting I forgot what Brad Garlinghouse said in terms of the comparison. It was basically taking a Ferrari's overall body and putting it on an old 1930s engine. It's almost like covering up the garbage. That's what Swift GPI is. Swift GPI is still extremely slow and inefficient compared to what RippleNet is. The issue here, though, and the biggest problem that I always focus on is the fact that, okay, we need Ripple to expand to that 11,000 plus financial institutional grade area that Swift does control. And I do believe that they will. In fact, if they don't, so we've always talked about how Swift could utilize Ripple, right? We have addressed Ripple working with Swift, how they could converge to disrupt this entire industry. But it's not going to be that easy. See, I think the biggest green light that Swift will have on working with Ripple is when Ripple has accomplished gaining a huge traction in this market to the point where they are, usurping a ton of the demand of the financial institutions that utilize Swift. So when we see a large percentage of those financial institutions that utilize Swift working with Ripple, that's going to be the big Swift move. And yes, I don't mean the pun intended, but that's going to be the big move away from Swift. But over here, we do see the evolution of on-demand liquidity, corporate adoption of crypto-enabled payments. Again, we are seeing a big move within this area because it's all centered on the big pain points. Cross-border payments are extremely painful to send if you are a big financial institution that are sending, we'll say billions to even trillions of dollars a year. And we do see that the challenges associated with cross-border payments are well known, but these challenges are not relegated to financial institutions like banks and payment service providers. In a hyper-global and ever-connected world, the need for cross-border payments is on the rise, with an estimated $156 trillion worth of cross-border payment flows in 2022 alone. To address this growing need, Ripple is expanding its payment solution beyond financial institutions to now serve corporate customers like Nutrisource, Oceanus, Valency, and New Horizon across a variety of segments, including trade, agriculture, e-commerce, technology, and supply chain. So they are not only going after financial institutions, PSPs, remittances, and things like that. They are also going after corporate entities. This is huge because, again, when you look at the average fees here, look at this. You got 7%. Or a $14 fee to send $200, a fee often incurred by the person receiving the money. For many, that $200 isn't an added bonus. It could be a life-changing amount. Early on at Ripple, we saw the opportunity to utilize crypto and blockchain technology to improve this system to make payments faster, cheaper, and more transparent for the benefit of people who need it the most. Again, I shared this with you because we are at the pinnacle of a major technological advancement. And it is going to be centered around things like this. Again, a lot of people talk down on this. It's funny because we always hear the Bitcoin maxis say XRP's trash, XRP's scam money. That was the big one that we talked about, a few months back. It was one of the most idiotic statements I've ever heard, and it's funny because it's from an individual that was early on Bitcoin, and of course you could understand why they would be going after XRP. I mean, XRP is threatening to them because I do believe that XRP was on its way to flip Bitcoin at some point in time. Was that going to be 2021? We don't know. But there's one thing to me that makes sense around this. It's the fact that if we're looking at a $156 trillion market, I mean, major markets, and if XRP is going to be the liquidity source to move all of this money, even if we grab 1% of this market share, the value of XRP could be significantly higher. I mean, listen, I'm not going to say, XRP is going to be trading at $100 anytime soon, but I will say this. In my opinion, XRP will be trading at $100 at some point in time. And I do think that going into the next major cycle, we will definitely probably hit around like roughly the $8 to $15 range. I've been looking at that area for a while and really kind of targeting that for a bit of time. Again, we don't know what the value of XRP truly is going to, be going into the next major cycle, or even going later on in life. We'll say to 2025 to 2030. I mean, anything around that area is unknown. But I will say this: when we look at crypto and how much or how hard they're trying to kill this industry and try to really regulate it to the full extent and control it fully, you could see the value behind crypto. I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of people ask me, like, what do you mean when they're trying to kill crypto? I mean that they're trying to control it to the point where, like, the retail gets stomped out because they see the value behind this. I mean, even here, you see from Ripple, like, they are trying to fully revolutionize the legacy financial system. I mean, a new financial system is on the rise, and when we look at things, what Ripple's trying to do here with on-demand liquidity and what they're trying to accomplish, I mean, it is going to span globally. I mean, these names that they already have on the board, with everything that they have been doing in the last couple of years, I mean, in the last year alone, in 2022, we have seen Ripple make significant noise, even though they are still in this lawsuit. The sentiment around XRP is basically dead. Everybody thinks that XRP is this, XRP is that. I see it all the time. I even see it on my XRP videos. There's going to probably be a comment under this video saying, hey, XRP is a scam, XRP is a dead coin, XRP is this, blah, blah, blah. I see it all the time. And it's comical to me because at the end of the day, I strongly believe that XRP is the only true crypto in this market that has not only accomplished what XRP has accomplished, but also has moved the amount of value that XRP has. And a lot of people will argue like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not working with entities like this. Bitcoin is not being adopted by entities like this. Bitcoin, in terms of the financial sector, the only true revolution there is the Lightning Network, and it's created by the World Economic Forum. It is a controlled network. So anybody touting that the Lightning Network is the biggest innovation around, Bitcoin, it's comical. It looks stupid, to be honest. So again, this is years ahead of anything that Bitcoin could essentially morph into. I love the fact that Bitcoin has paved the way for use cases like this to morph into reality. But at the end of the day, nothing is on the level of this. This is going to achieve global adoption, and I do believe that at the end of the day, when we look at what Ripple is trying to accomplish here with on-demand liquidity, XRP's value is also going to rise significantly through this. It's going to be centered on utility, right? Once a utility run is in place, XRP is going to go absolutely parabolic, and it's going to be very exciting once that day does morph into reality. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on because of more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.